Friday.
Yeah.
And every time someone's finished at our work, it's kind of been a celebration in the sense that we give the person a present, we're sending them off, we have, like a lunch all together.
Yeah.
We're sad that they're leaving, but it's also like we want to celebrate this
positive
person
thing,
one more
yeah.
time before they leave the workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be a positive thing. It's not always like,
Do they ever have? Does that ever happen when you don't really like the person, or rather they're not a good worker?
This is being legitimate. It's going to sound like I'm pandering. I've legitimately liked everyone I've worked
that's
with
all right,
at
then.
my current workplace.
Because
So it's been
I work
good.
in a big enough company that there's some people that have come and gone that are, they're not
Without a
great
fuss
people
kind of thing.
And it's more of a case of like, we'll go out for lunch, and I'm always thinking to myself, I'm like, we do this for everybody. So is it special, or is it just?
It will happen with people because it's like television's or contract work a lot of the time. So someone might come in for like a month and they're not getting a send off party.
Yeah.
It's like
You're only a
Contract doesn't
don't know
contractor.
you that well,
Yeah.
so that kind of thing. But
I think we've answered it for Maggie.
yeah, be upfront about it.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's kind of it's the thing.
It's jobs. People come and go in jobs all the time. Don't stress.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go next with this one.
Okay, cool.
This one's going to come from the Dancing Baby.
Oh yeah, from
Umka Chaka.
Ally
Yeah,
McBeal.
Umka Chaka. No, Ally McBeal. Yeah.
So
So,
we've
I
gone
thought you
from-
said Barnacle Bill. I'm like,
That's where Ally McBeal stole that
yeah,
from.
right. The
So
Dancing
we've gone from Chugga Chugga to Umka Chaka.
Chaka.
Unga Chaka.
The Dancing
Unga,
Baby
Unga.
was like an internet sensation, but pre-internet. It was like,
Yeah.
I reckon it was probably the first GIF I was
I
aware of.
remember-
That and the flying toasters.
Do you know the Dancing Baby, that little animation?
Yeah.
I remember going to the Royal Melbourne show and buying that screensaver of the Dancing Baby on a floppy disk. I think I paid like $10 for this Dancing Baby
Worth
screensaver.
every one of those $10.
I remember being with my brothers and being like, oh my God, they got the Dancing Baby.
Guys, now we need to wait 5 minutes for the screensaver to start, and that baby's going to be dancing for us.
What
yeah.
an age, man. Buying a screensaver
Wait.
on a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Quick
Far
question
out.
about Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
What was that show about?
It's about a single female lawyer
Yeah.
having
Ah.
lots of sex. Single female lawyer.
I remember that in my childhood, but never knowing what the show was
And she
about.
used to see,
All I
like,
knew was
She was
babies.
like, she was.
she'd have like basically like not vision,
Hallucinations?
but she like
dancing babies?
she'd imagine things
Yeah.
and like see things. Like if she hated a coworker, she'd imagine their head getting dunked in the toilet, that kind of stuff.
Or the
I
baby
believe.
dancing on their dead corpse. Unga chaka, unga.
Chaka.
All right,
Okay.
so Dancing Baby writes, I think my girlfriend swears too much. Any advice? I have to admit that I will swear on the rare occasion if I'm very angry towards something or if I hurt myself. But who doesn't? However, my girlfriend seems to swear too frequent in normal conversation. She will also call me something offensive, like, and then it's bleeped, so I don't know what it was.
They censored
all
themselves.
stars. All
They
stars.
really don't say.
Yeah,
How many
they-
letters?
One, there's a lot of asterisks there. Let's just say like 7 letters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, in a jokish way, it really does make me feel uncomfortable at times. It shocked me when I first started hearing it because she seems very, very girlish/ladyish.
Okay.
I have mentioned it to her before, but the answer I will get is, "Oh, then I won't feel comfortable around you. I'm not going to change my whole self for someone." And yet she said to me a few days ago, "Oh, I don't like your sarcastic sense of humor. I wish you wouldn't do it." I think it's a lot harder for me to change my whole sense of humor than it is for her to use less offensive words. Any advice, Dancing Baby?
Well, first, Dancing Baby, put a dummy in it, all right?
Oh.
Your girlfriend will be the...
Stick it in her,
Yeah, just
dummy
go,
in her face.
Literally pacify her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, how do you guys feel about potty mouths or dirty mouths?
This is something we've kind of I've dabbled with on the podcast where I had that episode where I try not to swear the whole time.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like swear words, but I think there is a time and a place for it, if that makes sense.
I think so. I completely agree.
There's
I-
like,
I
you
also-
can make something a bit more colourful, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Whereas I don't like somebody who, instead of saying they say like
fucking.
fuck, or like they use those words as filler words.
Yeah, right.
I
Quick bridge a sentence.
I say I use shit a lot, like
Okay.
instead of stuff.
I think I think shit's kind of been normalized in that even on the radio now. I remember when I was in primary school, it would be censored in songs, and
Yeah.
if the radio host would say it, and now that's not censored.
It's not
so
censored.
it's kind of been kind of pulled back a little bit in that regard.
That's
It's
blunted.
like on that South Park episode. It's like, tomorrow night on CBS, we're going to say shit.
Their big-
An episode is like, yeah, they're going to say the
Oh,
word
that's a
shit
good
on
shit.
TV.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's lost its meaning.
It's lost its
basically.
meaning. It's lost its vigor. But how do you guys feel? Like, would you like? We were all right. You got a wife, girlfriend.
Yeah.
If your significant other was an absolute foul mouth.
Okay.
Swore a lot, but that was her. That's how she spoke.
I think it depends on if it came from anger and what it was directed towards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
so if she just said, instead of saying like me stuff, she says shit. Like, I'll clean up that shit over there.
got some shit right here.
Got a little bit of shit over here.
That sort of stuff wouldn't really bother me. But if she was just like, let's just say,
let's go get a fucking coffee.
That's how I'm gonna fucking latte.
Yeah, like if it came like that, like if she
I'm
was
gonna take this fucking shit.
If she was talking like she's walking.
No, but that sounds like she's relishing it too much. You know what I mean? Hey, you little bitch.
If she was talking,
You're gonna be the father of my child.
Yeah. If she was talking like she's working on the wharfs, I would say, hang on. Hey, it's not, we're not here, directing ships in. We're just in our lounge room.
Yeah.
I will have a latte, thank you.
Can you pass those fucking shapes over here?
Those fucking pizza shapes.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it all depends on, like, what the context is.
Yeah.
I do, like you, I like it when someone uses a swear word to make things more colourful.
Totally.
Yeah. Sometimes you add the right F word or the right whatever word here, bridge it with another word, and you're like, damn, that's comedy. That's comedy gold right there. I mean, it sounds tacky, but to me it works.
I find it even funnier when you can tell they're going for the swear word and then they say something innocent like fudge.
Oh,
or like freaking, like you can see like someone really wants to swear. What the frick? They're not going to do it because it's like, it's in a work environment. Someone's like really worked up about something. Not like at somebody or anything like that, but they're really worked up and then they go to say like fuck and they're like, oh, I can't say that. And there's like fudge.
Fruit cake.
Yeah, it's the words they come up with then. That's hilarious.
Is there a lot of swearing at your work?
They don't hold back.
Yeah.
It's not like one of those places. But there's not a lot of swearing at people. Like, hey, you
It's not directed at anyone.
Yeah, fuck bag.
None of that. None of that.
Yeah.
It's more
I
of a
think
case of like...
that's probably the line, maybe, with socially acceptable and then...
Yeah, it's more like, oh, this work's going to be done. Oh, fuck, I'm not going to have enough time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's like, it's impassing.
I get you. Makes
I'm swearing
sense.
a lot right now on this podcast.
Yeah, right.
There should be a counter.
They should be bleeping it, really.
Nah.
I was trying to think.
We're going out with a bang for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. Make up
we
for
may
it.
not be here.
Yeah.
There was something that interesting that Jerry Seinfeld said with his like stand-up comedy, that he was essentially saying he would do a stand-up bit and it would get laughs. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to try the exact same stand-up bit, but get rid of all the swear words from it.
Yeah.
And he'd go up and do the same bit and it wouldn't get any laughs.
Oh.
And that frustrated him because he's like, well, it's purely, the laughs are coming purely from the swear words.
Yeah.
So that's why he does clean comedy all the time.
He
because
does, doesn't he? Yeah.
He doesn't
Is
want
it-
the
is it-
crutch of swear words, essentially.
Yeah, I remember him saying, it's just like, if you can't make them laugh without the swear words, you're not really
then
making
it's not
them
a
laugh.
funny bit,
No.
I guess, is the whole thing. But this is a different situation because this is just his partner.
Yeah, so his
Yeah.
partner, he's
She sounds like the person I was just before.
the
Do you know
effing lattes.
What I find funny about my girlfriend, she never swears,
I
right?
wouldn't pick her as a swearer.
Nah, not at all.
Like, never.
Yeah.
The only time she swears, and I've noticed it, is when she talks to her sister.
Oh, really?
That's the only time.
But at her sister? Or like,
Yes, at her sister.
Okay.
And I remember because obviously I didn't meet her sister from the get-go, so I'm
Yeah.
like going from never hearing her swear
Yeah.
and then going to her house one day and her sister annoying her and her being like, hey, you bitch. Like, where did that come from? Like, I was like the first swear. So I reckon, we've been dating for 8 years now. I think I may have heard her swear 10 times and it's all been at her sister. Interesting. Which is really funny.
I think I've heard her swear like once, but it was like more not at anybody.
Yeah,
It wasn't
at
that.
you.
No,
But
it
it's
wasn't
very
me.
much like it's kind of
But
funny
it's
how
hilarious.
people
Yeah.
kind of have
Yeah.
a way of speaking to certain people, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you kind of adjust the way you speak to
I get
people.
ya.
Yeah, probably like your teenage years, you used to like you would swear at one another, and
Exactly.
then eventually like, nah, I can't be that potty mouth to everybody.
Yeah.
You're a fuck bag. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And I can tell she's not like repressing it around me. It's just
Yeah.
maybe something about her sister brings it out of her. I don't
Just
know.
like, I see her face and I'm just like,
It's quite
But
funny.
it's good for you because if she ever does swear at you, you know she means it.
I know. I've messed up.
what have you done?
Yeah, exactly.
I find when I sort of am conscious of it, I feel like I need to not swear as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I find that if I'm having a conversation, I'm like, whoa, I've once I become aware of it, I'm like, no, this needs to sort of stop.
I need to pull it back.
Yeah, I need to
swears.
dial it back. Like, because usually it's not like I'm not as frustrated as maybe the curse words I'm using make it sound.
Yeah.
Like I might be more. It might make me sound more emotional
It's
towards
giving
something.
it a bit too much.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh, I don't actually really care about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why am I making it sound like people might think I'm worked up over something because
Yeah.
I'm putting in a couple of swear words here and there?
couple of
And like, it's only when I've become aware of it, I'm like, I'm just turn it back. Just take it easy.
Yeah.
You don't need to add these words in.
Okay, how are we gonna get for the dancing
Well,
baby.
well, what do you do if basically someone you're attracted to and someone who you like, you find that they're swearing too much and that's a bit of an unattractive trait, let's say.
Well, the common one would be a swear jar.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
But the thing is, though, his partner likes talking that way.
That's true.
So for her, she'd be like, okay, if we're having a swear jar, then let's have a sarcasm jar as well.
Yeah, she said she feels
You know what I mean?
it's like comfortable around you. I won't feel comfortable around you if I change the way I act. So that's
true.
just the way she
And I
is.
think he also has to like just get over it that like anybody swears. It's not just regulated to guys. Girls swear as well.
It's true.
Yeah.
So he's like putting this preconceived notion of what he wants a girl to be onto her,
Yeah.
which is unfair thing to do to any partner.
I don't think you should look at it as like a girl should be this way or a guy should be this way.
Yeah.
I think if you see someone that you find qualities good in them, I think part of like what makes
of it
them who they are
is
the fact that they might swear a little bit more. And I think it should be something that like, maybe another person wouldn't, it would sort of set me off, but because it's you, it doesn't have that set off for me because it's characteristics that make you who you are.
Do you think they seem a little bit incompatible in the sense that she doesn't like his sarcastic humor?
Yeah.
I think you need humor in a relationship. And he doesn't like the way she speaks.
Yeah.
What about
Kind of seems like they're butting heads a little bit in regards to
little bit.
things that are hard to change.
they are very hard to change those things. But what if he has other sorts of humor?
I'm sure he does. I mean, everyone does. It's
Yeah.
you're not one dimensional.
I mean-
but it sounds like he relies on it a lot if it's a point of contention with her. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't
But
like
do-
it.
And
do you feel-
if you're not into sarcasm can be a little bit much.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Know about that.
Yeah, no, it can be too much.
All right, guys, calm down.
All right, mate. Calm down, mate.
I agree with you on that. But do you feel like he might have brought up the swearing to her, and then that's when she pulled out the sarcasm?
Oh, like
She's
it's
like,
like a-
she's like
yeah.
tit for tat. Like,
Yeah.
well, you don't like my swearing. Well, I don't like your sarcasm.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe she's just
We're
sort of
both
buttoned
unhappy.
back.
Yeah. You
Well,
know what?
I think you could be right then, Damien. Yeah. Maybe they're just like a bit of a
I feel like
persona
if you can't accept her for the swearing and she can't accept you for the sarcasm, then you're probably not compatible.
Yeah.
But if you can look past the swearing and she can look past the sarcasm, look, relationships are built on like sort of, sometimes you have to like, you love someone for like maybe 99% of what they do and 1% that gets on your nerves.
Yeah.
I don't think a relationship is perfect 100%.
Maybe buy her a thesaurus. So she doesn't have to like swear. There are so many words you can use to describe things.
Yeah.
That's true. Why not? Why go with these four
Why
letter
limit
words?
yourself with 4 words,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm with you on that. Maybe just
Synonym for fuck.
I don't know. We sort of answered it there.
I think so.
I think
I
like
think so.
either reassess your relationship, let's just say,
Yeah.
or what that person means to you.
Yes.
Otherwise, you should feel comfortable to sort of say,
Yeah, I think so. Look, maybe just tone back the swearing from 11
Yeah.
to maybe like 8.
Yeah.
I think you want to be out of everybody you know. If you cannot be yourself with your partner, then they're not the one for you. And if you
Absolutely.
guys can't find that compromise, then you're probably not for each other.
it's all right. It ain't right.
It ain't right.
Thanks,
All right,
dancing
so
baby.
We've gone from a swear jar
Yeah.
to this question now. This is going to come from Nirvana baby. I don't know his name.
The one
Doodle
on the
boy.
Doodle boy.
Swimming for a
$1.
For $1.
Yeah. All right. Nirvana baby writes in, any suggestions?
Okay.
I work in the HR department of my company and thought it'd be a good idea to put a suggestion box in the workplace to hear from my fellow coworkers about things they would like implemented, problems that could be fixed, etc. It was by no means a rousing success to begin with, but recently there has been an increase in joke suggestions and general meanness. Things like, can we make casual Fridays casual sex Fridays instead? And one time I found the suggestion box with the bottom cut out and it placed over one of the paper shredders.
I thought someone was going to do the dick in the box.
The tipping point for me was when, over a span of several weeks, I received multiple complaints about one of our workers. The notes left in the box were thorough and sincere, so doing my job, I looked into the situation, only to find out that the person being complained about didn't even exist.
Like, wow, I'm hearing a lot about this Barry Crocker. Barry Crocker's really like, let me just pull him up here. Hang on a second.
He's not even in the company.
He's not even on the payroll.
Barry Crocker doesn't exist.
I wasted half a bloody day searching for this person.
Bloody Barry.
The beige... the beige.
The Barry. The beige.
I got Barry on the mind.
Yeah.
The age of our employees range from 21 to early 30s, so I expected some shenanigans with the box, but
Yeah.
this is all too much. I don't want to go to my boss with this problem because I'm HR. I'm getting paid to deal with employee relations. Do I ditch the box or stand strong? Nirvana baby.
Stand by your box.
It's funny because you would think that something coming from a workplace HR
Yeah.
would probably get treated seriously.
Yes.
Like, it's not like I've just been like, hey, everyone, I've got an idea. I've set up a suggestion box on where we can improve stuff. And they'd just be like, shut up, Tom. Like, take it easy. But if HR is
you're
doing
not
it,
HR.
if HR is doing it, I feel like...
You got to put some sort of...
You think HR would be the last employee you would mess with?
Yeah.
Because they're the one, like, that's the people go to them to complain about things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why would you mess with the boss of that thing?
The boss of complaints.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think the problem is once they sort of say, look, we're going to introduce this, it's an open book policy.